How's it going, guys? Back with another Mustang video. So I know it's been a while. It's been a few days since I actually pumped out a video. I definitely apologize. I've definitely been busy with life, family life, installing things on the car, stuff like that. So I figured, why not put out a video? It's definitely been a minute. So, I like to keep you guys in the loop. Yeah, let's just talk about the car a little bit. You can see right out of the gate, you can see that the wipers are up, the hood's closed. Typically, I like to keep the hood open in the garage when I take it out for spins and stuff like that, or little light drives. When I back it in, I always pop the hood and let it, air out and breathe and cool down and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is basically just a little different look. But anyways, what I've been doing, I think last week or the week before that, I actually fully, polished up the car, wiped it down with an IPA and stuff like that. That was like a couple weeks ago. So we're actually running into car season. There's more meets being posted up and stuff like that. And I'm hosting a couple of meets locally in my area and stuff like that. So, I want to get the car a little bit, taken care of. So that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days. You can see, the wipers are up. I actually ended up cleaning the windows. They had bugs and water spots and stuff like that. And then I currently, the other day, wiped the car down with a DIY IPA. 50% alcohol, 50% water mixture, and then just wiped it all down, and, it looks decent. I still got to wash it. The wheels are looking decent. Clean those up a little more. But I did end up cleaning the windows. Here, let me show you. Get over to the workbench. What I actually used was some of this still wool. And then that IPA mix of alcohol and water. I just sprayed it on the glass and then still wooled that, and then wiped it down. And it works amazing, guys. Like, you can see my reflection, really good. The windows actually came out pretty decent. Over here in the sunlight might be a little different. A little dust on the car still, but yeah, you can see for the most part, this window, this front windshield was caked in bugs. Because I like to take it out for night, a nice little night cruise or something, every once in a while. So I actually ended up cleaning the windows with that still wool. I've been doing that for a while now. I know they make products that you can, scrub on your windows and stuff like that. Chemical Guys, I think, has one, the water spot remover, but, with the still wool, it takes barely any effort. You just go back and forth, circular motions, stuff like that, and then you just wipe it down with some paper towel, and it comes out crystal clear. Definitely recommend it if you haven't tried it, guys. It's not going to harm the glass at all. So figured I would just share that with you guys. I've been doing that for the past year. When I actually ended up figuring that out myself, I was like, kind of skeptical about it. But it actually works very good. So, that's how I do it. You can try it. I definitely recommend it. But, what else? Yeah, so I basically been just prepping the car for some meets that I have to go to this weekend. I have Cars and Coffee to attend. And then I have a couple light little meets. So, been taking the car out here and there. It's been pretty decent. If you've been following the whole journey, I've been trying to dial in everything perfectly. And one thing that I have to mention, here, let me pop the hood real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Got the hood popped. Wasn't going to do that one-handed. So what I have to mention, I made a video currently on this whole topic right here. I don't know if you can see right down in here. I actually installed that new bypass valve that I got. It was the, it was a little polished aluminum fitting and all that stuff, or housing and everything, with the different springs and stuff like that. I actually ended up installing that, you know, took it for a few drives, and I actually ended up didn't liking that aftermarket bypass valve. There's a few reasons, and I'll get to it. You know, I thought it was going to be better. I thought everything was going to be smooth. I actually took it for a, you know, test drive with the spring that already came loaded in it. It was very, you know, I can compress it pretty decent. Like I said, there was 3 different ones, but they weren't labeled, you know, soft or, you know, stiff. So you just kind of had to guess. I didn't really like that. I actually reached out to the seller and all that stuff too, and he just didn't respond. So, I guess, you know, you learn. So, anyways, I installed that, took the car out. It was driving good. Everything was going good. You know, got the car, into boost. I think I wasn't going too crazy because I was still in the, you know, city limits and stuff like that. I think I got it to 3 PSI, 4 PSI, right around there on my gauge at least. And it was going smooth. I felt some light hiccups still, so I actually ended up coming back to the house, swapped out the spring real quick, for the other one, because like I mentioned, I couldn't really tell which one was, you know, soft or softer than the other. So I actually ended up swapping that out, and then I took the car for a test drive again, and I got it into boost. I think I hit 5 pounds, and the car just went crazy. Like, it was, kind of went into like a limp mode, because I think that bypass valve wasn't opening, and then there was just so much pressure in this pipe, and it didn't have anywhere to go. That's my guess. And it just like kind of, you know, surged, and then the car just went like into a shutdown mode, and basically to protect everything. So, yeah, I immediately came home and I was like, yeah, no, this is not for me. So I actually ended up swapping out. Well, I tested, let me see. Hopefully you guys can see this down here. This is the bypass valve right here that came with the kit. It's the Bosch one. I actually ended up, because, you know, the whole reason of me trying to swap that out is because I thought that wasn't working correctly, and I thought it was only rated for 6 PSI, but I guess I was wrong. And, you know, I'm the type of person, if I'm wrong, and I know I'm wrong, I will definitely, you know, accept it. But anyways, or, you know, basically mention that I was wrong. So, I actually ended up testing that out with a vacuum pump. I hooked some vacuum up to it, and it was actually, you know, opening up correctly. And then I actually looked deeper into it with Vortec, and that is actually rated for 8 to 10 PSI. So I was like, okay. So I actually ended up swapping it back in because it was working correctly. But what I ended up doing, because you can see it's this little hose that leads from the charge pipe to right to the bypass valve. I can literally touch it. So it's closer to this charge pipe, where I used to have it way down in there. You can see the hose that leads from the air intake. That's that long hose right there that leads up to the bypass valve, which is right here. So I actually ended up having it down there before, way down there. So what I was thinking in my mind, that it was kind of far away, so there was slight hesitation. So I actually ended up moving it to right here. So when that boost pressure, when I let off the throttle, it's right there. The bypass valve is right there, so there's not going to be as much hesitation. And I took it out for a test drive, and it was definitely a lot more smoother. I didn't notice as many surges or anything like that. So hopefully that fixed the issue. So I just wanted to run you guys through that real quick. I'm trying not to rant and rumble on and, you know, all that stuff that I normally do. Just trying to update you guys and stuff like that. So, also, let's get inside the car. Yeah, it's the passenger side, but you guys will be able to see. I ended up installing a wideband AFR gauge. Sorry, it's a tight little fit here. If you own these cars, you know that they're kind of small, but I like it. So I'm trying to get you guys a good, oh, there we go. So I ended up installing this wideband AFR gauge with the, you know, sensor and stuff like that in the exhaust. I had to drill a hole in the exhaust, and so I actually ended up getting a clamp. I didn't weld because I don't have a welder, and I wasn't going to take it to an exhaust shop and stuff for, you know, just that. So it actually I, you know, purchased one of those clamps, those exhaust clamps with the bung already attached to it and the gasket. Ended up doing that, running the wiring up in the engine through the firewall, came up down through here, and then I actually fished it up through the steering column. It's right underneath this. I went with this the steering column bezel. I thought it was a clean look. It's on there pretty good. Not going anywhere. Pretty decent gauge. Just a cleaner look. Then I got my boost gauge over there. So, you know, I know a lot of people run different setups, like the pillars and stuff like that, but I like my setup. So, sorry, I'm trying to get you guys the best angle here. So, yeah. So, I wanted to update you guys on that too before I forgot. Yeah. Clean interior. Definitely like the black on black. That was my main thing when I bought this car. I wanted black on black. Black leather on black. Anyways, yeah. So that's basically the update for you guys. I mean, I don't really know anything else. Like I said, I'm going to some meets this weekend. And then, yeah, like I said, I wanted to update you guys and basically where I'm at with the car. I know it's been a few days, so if you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments for sure. If you guys want to see anything particular on the car that I'm not really focusing on, or if you guys have any questions, whatever, guys, just leave it in the comments. Even if you just want to say what's up, it doesn't matter to me. I'll definitely reach out or reach back and, you know, have a conversation. Why not? So, yeah. That's pretty much the update for this video. It's getting a little long. And I just wanted to basically hop on here and cover you guys and basically update you guys on everything. So if you guys are liking the content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it, guys. It keeps me pumping these videos out. And like always, thanks for watching this video.